Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. I am solo today. I'm wearing the Hawaiian shirt with the crazy hat with the crazy hair because today's topic is crazy that Roquan Smith still has not been extended by the Chicago Bears, but that could be coming up very soon thanks to training camp starting next week, July 26th, and we are very excited about it. 1 week closer to football, 1 day closer to Roquan Smith potentially becoming a Bear for a very long time. We're here to break down what we think he'll get and what we think he deserves. But before we hit on more, we'd like to thank today's sponsor, Unbound Coffee. Unbound Coffee Company delivers high-end coffee and the best coffee-related t-shirts in the business to your door with free shipping on all orders. And the best part is, for every item sold by Unbound Coffee Company, $2 is donated to the charity or nonprofit of your choice. Unbound donates locally and nationwide. Collect your cause at checkout. Use promo code JAYCHI, JAYCHI, for 15% off your first order, or sign up with a description to save an additional 10% and donate to your favorite charity or nonprofit every time your order renews. That's 25% off your first order when you use code JSHY to sign up for the subscription at www.unboundcoffeecompany.com. Start living unbound today. Link in the description. Again, we love this stuff. It is getting us through summer. Nothing better than waking up at 5 a.m. with a nice cup of Joe. 6 a.m, I don't care. I don't know what time you guys wake up at. I wake up at 5 because I'm crazy, as you can tell. So today's topic of conversation is, what does Roquan Smith deserve in a contract extension? When is it going to happen? And what we think he will end up getting compared to some of the other league's best linebackers. So quickly going to start by hitting on Roquan Smith and his stats entering year 5 on his rookie contract. So let's get into it. Roquan Smith, 6'1", 235, not the tallest linebacker. You know, we had Brian Urlacher, who was 6'4" for a long time up the middle. But again, 235, a thick beast. He's fast, he hits hard, and he is the heart and soul of the Chicago Bears defense. So over his 4 seasons, he has 524 total tackles, 348 of them being solo, 43 tackles for loss, 17 quarterback hits. Sorry, didn't want to stumble on my words there. 17 quarterback hits in 4 seasons. That's pretty darn impressive. He has 14 sacks total, 5 interceptions, 17 pass deflection, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery, 61 total games played with 59 starts, and is a 2-time All-Pro. And fun fact about Roquan Smith, if you follow us on Twitter, if you follow us on Instagram, make sure you go do that first of all. But if you've seen our post, you definitely know where we're going with this. He is one of 2 players in a 2-year span, yes, that is the last 2 seasons, to have 300 plus tackles, 30 tackles for loss. And guess who he is the only other player to join that with? Hall of Fame linebacker and Super Bowl champion Ray Lewis. That's a lot of good stats. That's a lot of good that's a very good company to be a part of for a record like that. And Roquan Smith, in my opinion, absolutely deserves the bag with what other linebackers are creating, especially with those stats. I mean, you're guaranteed 100 tackles out of this guy every single season. Defenses have to plan against him. He loves to stop the run, and he isn't afraid to go up the middle and go after the quarterback. And he's just as fast to keep up with anybody. If you go look at the Arizona Cardinals game, he was keeping up with Kyler Murray, arguably one of the fastest players and the fastest quarterback in the NFL. Roquan Smith was able to keep up with him the entire time, and that's what we love to see, especially with a guy who deserves the absolute bag. So what are other top linebackers getting paid around the league? Let's break that down for you a little bit. The top 5 linebackers in the league as paid from 1 to 5 go as followed. Colts linebacker Darius Leonard is the highest paid linebacker in the NFL with a $19.7 million annual salary per year. Number 2 is 49ers linebacker Fred Warner, who makes about $19 million a year. Jets linebacker CJ Mosley, who makes about $17 million a year. Jaguars linebacker Forsaid Alukan, who makes about $15 million a year. And Falcons linebacker Deion Jones, who makes $14.25 million a year. Roquan nearly up. So those guys that's a fantastic group of linebackers. No doubt about it. Pro bowlers, all pros. Some of the guys that are leading the league are, like, you think a defense for their respective teams, that's the first name you're thinking of, usually most of the time. But man, I think that Roquan Smith, there was a debate a couple years ago about Fred Warner getting, voted into the Pro Bowl over Roquan, Darius Leonard. I mean, he's a fantastic linebacker, but as a Bears fan, obviously we know that Roquan Smith's pretty darn good at his job too. So I mean, like Roquan nearly outplays every single person in the top 5. And he is the leader of our defense now that Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks is gone. Robert Quinn, is the veteran of the group. There's no doubt about it. But Roquan Smith is the heart and soul and leader of this defense. And he absolutely deserves to be locked up for a while, especially while the Bears are rebuilding a Super Bowl roster at the moment. He deserves the bag more than anybody. So just that, again, that's a lot of money. $19.7 million a year for Darius Leonard is a lot of dough. But Roquan Smith's going to make more because he's going to want to be the highest paid linebacker in football, and very deservedly so. He definitely deserves to get the bag on this. So what he will likely get, based on the numbers that you see above, is probably a 4-year, $83 million contract with about $51 million guaranteed. Usually they try to give a little bit more than half just to kind of make guys get comfortable and be like, okay, this team is investing in me. I think that's fair. I mean, $83 million with $51 million guaranteed, you're making almost $21 million a season. So you're the highest paid linebacker in football. And also he feels well insured that he's like, okay, I got this contract. Let's say I get injured, knock on wood. Let's say something happens. I'm still getting money at the end of the day. I've earned this. But what I think he should get, and this is just me being Ryan Poles locking up true talent, young talent for years to come, I think he deserves a 5-year contract, $107 million and $71 million guaranteed. Roquan Smith has done a fantastic job. He has been everything in a bag of chips that the Bears have drafted him for when they drafted him in the first round out of Georgia a couple of years ago. I mean, call me crazy, but being 25 and being as good as he is, this guy will be around for a very long time. And when this contract extension's over, he will be 30 years old, which, okay, that's fine. But guys like Brian Urlacher, who played till he was 34, Lance Briggs that played till they were 34, Ray Lewis played till he was 37. He's going to play. He's going to do well. He's going to be able to play for a long time. Gives the opportunity for him to get a short, but again, big contract extension, depending on how he is doing later in his career, especially later in the contract extension. So it gives the Bears the chance also to pay him again. Or let's say it doesn't work out. He still has the opportunity to go out and get a nice contract from any NFL team. Hope it's the Chicago Bears, obviously. But again, I think that's a very fair amount for a guy that plays exactly like Roquan Smith. So that's our prediction entering training camp. We have more information coming. We'll be covering training camp for the next month. So please make sure that you subscribe to our channel because we will be talking more about it. We also have the Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, and White Sox to talk about. Make sure you go follow us on all of our other Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it. We got it, folks. But with that, thank you very much for joining this episode, as always, of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde, and we will see you guys next time.